Yo, what is up, you guys? I'm DeAndre.
I'm Javante.
And this is Dre and Jay. And we're here today to do a review on Marvel Studios' Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. So, plot synopsis for this film is that the people of Wakanda fight to protect their home from intervening world powers, such as Namor and people of Talokan, as they mourn the death of their king, T'Challa. So Javante, I mean, hey, you're...
No, you can start because you got to talk the negative for going with the negative.
No, go ahead.
No, I want to talk positive.
I'm not going to talk negative without going into spoilers. So go ahead.
You gotta say what you do. Okay, just say what you don't like about the film. Though that's still negative.
Like, I'm not going to go.
You ain't gonna go to detail, but you gotta.
I'm gonna start off with positive. So go positive. Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Damn.
I can't with you, bro. All right. I enjoyed the film. I really liked the film. To me, it was great. My favorite comic book movie this year. All the characters were dope. M'Baku, which I have more of. Shuri was amazing. The acting by Letitia Wright was amazing. Angela Bassett was amazing. She had some powerful moments in this film. Great acting as well. Namor, who the actor I like from Narcos already, he did a great job. The character Namor is dope in general. Gives you some Magneto feel just because of his story and stuff like that. They do a good job explaining his story. The movie looks beautiful like always. One thing I give Ryan Coogler credit for is that the fight choreography is way better in this film than the first film, I would say. But this film gives you the heart. It's gonna touch you emotionally, of course. But also has some fun moments. It's not just a whole sad tribute to Chadwick Boseman. There's some nice fun moments. There's some jokes in there, laughs. There's some great action sequences. I think the movie's very entertaining. I know the movie could be long, but I think the movie's very well paced. I think you could say a couple scenes that you could cut out or cut down on if you wanted to, but overall, to me, the film is very engaging. You're always involved in it, always want to lock in with it because there's so much going on with the character development, seeing where these characters are in their lives now from where they were in the first movie. So overall, I enjoyed this film. Definitely recommend it to anybody who hasn't seen it. For a score, I give it a 9 out of 10. My favorite comic book movie of the year.
I mean, honestly, everything from the trailer, like I've said when we did the initial trailer reactions and thoughts from the movie, I thought it was going to be beautiful. I thought it was going to be, like, as far as, like, visually, it looks good. Ryan Coogler did a pretty good job with this. I will say, though, I was disappointed in certain aspects. We've been talking about this for a while now, especially on this channel, but Recast T'Challa, So, this movie... I don't know. I feel like they were really trying to force the emotion, like go for the emotional appeal when you didn't really need to go there. I'll probably talk more on that in spoilers for sure. Fights, yeah, they were okay. The action sequences were pretty cool. They weren't. I don't feel like there was anything new compared to the first. Like the first movie was great. This one was good, but there wasn't really anything like this is fucking amazing as far as like the fights or fight choreography. There was more slow-mo effects in this one. Namor, I thought he was pretty cool as a villain. He was badass. So I liked him. Story kind of went all over the place for most of the movie. You have Ross's story as well, like Ross and director Valentine and all that. Yeah, but it was I'm trying not to say too much because I want to go spoilers, but for me, I mean, the movie was okay. I probably give it like a 7.5 out of 10. That's what I give it. So yeah. So we're gonna go spoiler talk.
Sorry guys, we gotta get there because that's where it really is.
Yeah, that's where we were saving all this for. So my knots. To be honest, I was taken out of the movie after the first scene. Like it already took me out of the movie. I personally just did not like them using Chadwick Boseman's death as a plot point and just like actually it was already enough when you first heard about it 2 years ago, and like that, I already grieved it then, and to see it on screen, you know, to put a visual representation of it on screen, you know, with his heartbeat, having T'Challa's heartbeat go slow down and shit like that. I don't know. I just found it kind of distasteful to me, but you know, it just didn't work for me. I didn't appreciate it. You know, they're the one thing about movies, like especially comic book movies that I go into, is like movies in general. When you go in, you're kind of escaping from the real world. You're going into a fantasy element, and that's what Marvel movies are. That's what superhero movies are, comic book movies. You know, you're escaping into a world of fantasy. So for them to bring a person's real life death and bring that into the film, I don't know. I just didn't appreciate that. You know, you don't see Fast and the Furious having Brian O'Connor crash his car and burn to death in Fast and the Furious 7. So I just didn't appreciate that.
I completely disagree. First off, the Brian O'Connor thing, some people actually want him to die because the fact now is you have these movies continuing to go, and it's just his wife going now. He's not doing anything. He's just in the background. I'd rather you just kill the character off and saying, hey, he died or something, doing a mission or something like that and move on. Because now you're stuck in this weird place where those movies actually are like, well, why wouldn't Brian be there for his wife?
I mean, to be honest, the movie shouldn't even.
Okay, my point is, you're continuing. You should just kill him off then. But my point is with this, I think the movie did a good job of trying to explain because they didn't use. They said he had an illness. They didn't say what it was, but also they said the heart-shaped herb was no more. They couldn't get the heart-shaped herb, which makes sense to the first movie because they did lose the heart-shaped herb.
But the thing is, he took the last heart-shaped herb.
But also you got to think about, how do you not know he went to challenging again? Like, bro, every time you challenge, you have to get rid of the heart-shaped herb.
Who challenge who?
Whoever wanted to challenge for King, you don't know. Or for the Black Panther role. What I'm saying, we don't know. What I'm saying is, the heart-shaped herb was gone. She was trying to recreate it. They don't even stick that long onto it. It's a scene that's, hey, he's sick. They don't tell you what it is. They say he's sick. And from there you go, it's you get the sick moment. Sure, you can say, oh, is it safe? I mean, what else did you want them to do? If they would have did something stupid, you would be like, oh, okay, I don't believe that either then. Oh, I don't believe this either. The fact they went with this route, I think it was the safest route because they said, hey, there's no heart-shaped herb to protect him. People do die in Wakanda.
No. Because here's my thing. What you should have done, personally, you should have recasted.
Bro!
Yeah, hold on. Because when it comes to recasting, nobody said it had to be in this damn movie. The whole point of recasting was just to keep the character alive.
Bro, this is my problem.
And hold on. Go ahead. When the comments happened, when T'Challa was sidelined and Shuri took over the mantle, he was in a coma. And then he came back. You could have done something like that in this movie where, hey, he is sidelined. Shuri can take over for this film. And then moving forward in the next film, you can have a recast.
Bro, my thing is they want to pay tribute to Chadwick Boseman because he is the first Black Panther. He is the first of this character. That's fine with me. You're getting T'Challa. You're getting a recast of T'Challa. We'll talk about. We're getting a recast of T'Challa with the son.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
basically the ultimate. It's the ultimate fucking praise to Chadwick Boseman. The ultimate send off to his character because it's saying, Chadwick Boseman, you did so much for Black folks in acting, and you did so much for this character as a role. Instead of just recasting, saying, "Oh, throw Chadwick to the side. We're gonna move on with the same character arc, still in love with Nakia, all that kind of stuff. We're gonna do this. No. We're gonna listen. Instead of doing all that and sticking by your story, we're gonna give you a son of T'Challa." And basically, this is us passing down the mantle to another Black actor saying, hey, Chadwick may be the standard of what created this character, but we're going to pass on the character to somebody else in the future going forward. It's a beautiful way to do it. You may not like it because it don't fit what you want to see, but it's a beautiful way to push the character forward. Now you get T'Challa, and for a director and for film in general, now you get a new T'Challa with a new director who can take his own story and pick and choose what he wants to do with his own T'Challa, changing the personality in a way if he wants to. You can have the Storm marriage in the future. You can do a lot more with T'Challa now because you're separating him from this storyline. If you recast, you would have to stick with this storyline, him being with Nakia. People want to see him with Storm. You had to stick with this kind of stuff. Now with his son, you can go the route of having him, you can age him with Kang the Conqueror. who deals with time travel and time lapsing and stuff like that. You can age him fast if you want to, and you can have him meet Storm. You can do whatever you want with the character. My point is now they have more freedom to be able to work with the character going forward than to just recast Chadwick Boseman's character of T'Challa and his portrayal of T'Challa and saying, oh, here we recast it, but you guys stick to some of these same storylines. Now it gives any director who wants to come in and take over Ryan Coogler a fresh piece of paint to work on in the future. Now you can do what you said. Shuri was on the comics for only a couple of episodes. Now you can have Shuri come in for the next movie maybe, and then from there on you can go back to T'Challa, the son of T'Challa.
Are you done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Let me go with here. So first, I think it's just disrespectful to the character in general because one, y'all talk about his legacy in the MCU. T'Challa's runtime throughout the 4 films, he's been on the screen about hour 4 minutes throughout 4 films. Hold on. I let you talk. Let me talk. So he's been on screen for about hour 4 minutes. Died 3 times already, and we're not even counting What If. That's 4. So you've killed off this version so much. You basically made this character Kenny from South Park.
Bro,
let me finish.
Oh my, go ahead.
You made him Kenny from South Park. That's the running joke in South Park. Oh my God, they killed Kenny. Oh my God, they killed Kenny. He dies in pretty much a lot of episodes. Mm-hmm. My thing is with this, with the T'Challa Jr. Regardless, and also before you go with they already established T'Challa and Nakia. Okay, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man established fucking Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy. Obviously, Gwen Stacy ended up dying. You're setting up Mary Jane.
They didn't set up Mary Jane.
That was the plan.
But that was the plan. That's completely different because you can say, Mary. Storm hasn't been introduced to this universe yet, right? You haven't done X-Men at all. So you don't know if that. They haven't done Storm.
But I'm saying you don't know if that would have been the plan.
Bro, you already made the kid's supposed to be a villain, right? You already changed and made her a love interest. You've already changed what the damn storyline is. You changed it.
Well, no. You made her a love interest for now. You don't know what the fuck could happen.
You did all this to make her his love interest in the first movie. That's a big part of what pushes that character forward is his love for Nakia. That's part of what the character is. So you can't tell me, you could do something in the future. What I'm saying is
that pushed his character forward.
It helps. It's one of the bigger things in the storyline about his love for Nakia. That's one of the reasons why even all the running jokes about did you freeze, all that kind of stuff. That's because of his feeling for Nakia. Okay. But my point is this: if you got a fresh T'Challa, now you got a fresh coat of paint. If you're a director, you get to go in with you get to be your own T'Challa. Without having to worry about trying to follow what's already been established by Ryan Coogler's T'Challa.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro.
Look.
It gives a director a fresh paint. It's like rebooting the Spider-Man movies. It gave you a fresh Peter Parker to look at and redo in your own light. Tom McGuire is different than Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield is different than Tom Holland. It gives you a fresh chance to do something different.
All right, look at this. When you make a T'Challa Jr., regardless, T'Challa Jr. is son of T'Challa. The thing is, that's like me having Batman die and saying, hold on, shut up, let me talk. That's like me having Batman die and saying, all right, Bruce Wayne had a kid with Talia or a kid with Selena, it's Bruce Wayne Jr. Bruce Wayne Jr. didn't see his parents die in an alleyway. Bruce Wayne did.
T'Challa had that same...
Okay, look, God, fuck, can you let me finish?
Well, let me finish your point then.
T'Challa, what my thing is, what I'm trying to say is, T'Challa is a central character in Marvel Comics, period. He's been around for Civil War. He's been around for the Infinity Saga. He's been around for the Secret Wars. He's been through all the shit. It isn't, he split half of that shit and someone else did half of it as well. No.
I get what you're saying, but that's okay because you're starting over anyway. This is the Avengers team is all new cast. We're getting new Avengers.
And that's my point. That's my point. Is that it's a new Avengers. You have the whole, Iron Man's dead. Cap, I don't know what the fuck's happened to him. He might be dead now or whatever. He's old, regardless. T'Challa was supposed to be the leading man in leading that new Avengers team.
And Chadwick Boseman died, bro. It changes. Things change. Life happens. Things change, bro. It's part of change. You change things because things happen. Chadwick Boseman died unexpectedly. Nobody knew anything. They had to make a quick swerve, and they did the best they could in making a quick swerve. And my thing about Batman is it's not the same. Michael Keaton was done with the role, went to goddamn Val Kilmer. Went from there, it's passed on. This is the first one. And everyone like Chadwick Boseman said, I'm done with the role, I'm ready to move on with my life. Chadwick Boseman died, bro.
That's my fucking...
So they said, instead of going on to try to recast, because you can't recreate what Chadwick Boseman brought to that character, T'Challa. Nope, it's
you can't recreate it. What? That doesn't make any sense to me.
The person who plays a role, I get what you're saying. The comic book role is the biggest part. But there are actors that come in Hollywood that take a character and they make them their own so much that you believe that person is that character in real life, and that's what Chadwick Boseman is in real life. What was in real life to people,
bruh. Chadwick Boseman literally said in an interview, when I want people to see the role and not the actor.
Okay, yeah,
I want people to...
That's fine, but that ain't how it always goes. You can say a lot. You can say, I want this to be bigger than me. But that ain't how it always is. It's why Michael Keaton and people, they're still the Batman. That's still their Batman. My point is, bro, they did the best they could trying to pay respect to the actor and moving the character forward. His wife was cool with it. She went to the premiere, so that's all I'm going based off of.
Just because she went to the premiere?
She went on NBC Sunday. She went on Sunday morning. Good Morning America.
Did she publicly say...
She went on Good Morning America talking about the fucking film.
Did she publicly say though, like, hey, you know what? I was against... Bro, I'm with...
If you're not with something, you're not showing up to the premiere. You're not gonna DeAndre, listen what you're saying, bro. If you're not cool with something, you're not gonna go to the premiere of it, and you're not gonna go to Good Morning America talking about the shit on national television. What the fuck are you talking about? You're not gonna promote some shit you don't like.
So hold on. Josh Trank, director of Fantastic Four, that god awful Fantastic Four movie. He was at the premieres, but he know damn well, he said himself, I hated what the studio did to my movie.
He's a director. He has to be a... Chadwick Boseman's wife did not have to be there, bro.
Okay.
That's not the same thing.
Yes, it's public appearance.
Then why she go on Good Morning America the next morning?
For an interview.
Why? If she ain't with the film, if she ain't fucking with what they did, why is she going to Good Morning America to
She's
promote the movie?
speaking out as far as the good name.
That's promoting. You're also promoting a film, bro.
Oh my god, look.
My point is,
my thing is, even if they approach her, look. Put it this way. If I told mom, if I went to mom and I said, hey mom, I want to get a tattoo, mom could say, she could either say, go ahead, like I think that's a good idea. Oh, that's terrible. Or she won't say nothing at all. She'll be like, well, you can do whatever you want. It doesn't really bother me. It doesn't really care. I could go off, get the tattoo. But deep down, behind my back, she could be like,
that's
what?
Not personally, the fucking same thing, bro.
Personally, I wasn't with his decision.
No,
but if
bullshit.
you want to make it, go ahead.
If you got a tattoo of a family member you had lost, or somebody would be with that shit, like, okay, I support why you did it. Same thing here. She lost her husband, right? She didn't have to be at the premiere for that movie. She chose to go because they were honoring her husband. Also, she wanted to be a part of it. My point is, bro, if his wife has considered this film and said, hey, I'm supporting it, and she's there. If she's there, she's supporting it. It's like Johnny Depp pulled up to the goddamn Aquaman premiere. He ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna promote and show love to Amber Heard. Oh my Come on now. What the hell are you talking about? But we gotta keep moving forward. But all I'm gonna say is, I had no problem. He had a problem. We're not gonna never get to the end of this. We just have different viewpoints on that. It is what it is.
No, I'm still going.
Go ahead, continue then. We got different viewpoints. We ain't gonna get to the same agreement. So what do you want to argue about now?
We won't.
Go ahead. I have no problem with the T'Challa Jr. thing and him being T'Challa's son. I've been saying, I don't know if I said on this show, in this YouTube thing, but I've said it on Final Drive with our friends. I've talked about it before where I said the son idea works for me because you have time travel, you have all this stuff. You can do like in Riverdale. Y'all watch Riverdale. They need the son of one of the characters' son, right? They need him because he's like the only powerful one they can get. But what they do is they age him, but keep everybody else the same age. They find a way to do it with magic. But they age him to be like a teenage, like 20-some years old, so he can help fight and help them out. But my point, I'm not saying to do that. But what I'm saying is with time travel, with King the Conqueror, all this stuff going on, you could always just age him like they did, kind of like what they did with Ant-Man's daughter, where she is aged over time. Not like that in that exact way, but you can always age the character, get an older actor, something like my man from that played Mike Tyson or something like that. You can get an actor, and that actor gets come in with a fresh slate, getting to be who they want to be and how they want to portray T'Challa, as well as a director or whoever you bring in to get to push the character forward. You still have the Shuri aspect. I think that's a great way to do it. If you're gonna do it, that's a great way to do it. Just instead of say fuck it, we're gonna go with it. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that was a great way to do it. I thought it was a respectable way. It pays tribute to Chadwick Boseman as being the first Black Panther and showing him that love. It moves it forward, and you still have to, and you can do more with the T'Challa storyline now. You can do whatever you want with him now.
No, the whole point is to continue his story that he built in the MCU. He laid the foundation. It would have been nice to see his story continue.
But that
is my point. And what I'm going to say is here. Look, Spartacus, show I watched back then. Anyway, the main actor, Andy Whitfield, died. Had lymphoma. died at the end of season 1. So what they ended up doing, they ended up making season 2 a prequel miniseries. So usually the seasons, like episodes for each season is like 12, 13 episodes. So season 2 miniseries was like 6 episodes. They focused on the other characters. It was a prequel series before Spartacus came. And then they jumped into the next season. They had a new actor, which was Liam McIntyre for Spartacus, who ended up finishing it. And when it came to Spartacus, Liam McIntyre, he wasn't as good as Andy Whitfield. Andy Whitfield to me was clearly the better Spartacus. But at the end of the day, I was still grateful for Liam McIntyre for filling the role and being able to finish and tell this character's story that I was so curious to see expand upon after he was set free after he freed himself in season 1. And I wish they would have done something like that. Well, first off, let me state this. I think they should have pushed this movie back and give the actors and director more time to fucking grieve. I think they pushed it back 4 months, maybe 4 to 6 months, which isn't enough.
Time out.
To me, no, let me finish. To me, they should have pushed it back. You could have done a Wakanda series in between, or you could have done a fucking Marvel Studios presentation, T'Chaka. You could have done T'Chaka, brought Andy Serkis back as Claw, done a T'Chaka 1 hour, 15-minute special presentation. Would have been fine with that as a placeholder in between while you're getting this franchise right.
All right, let me talk. First off, Spartacus. They went to the prequel, then they went to another character. They focused more on the Baratheon, whatever the fuck his name was. They focused more on his character and that girl he was into. They never really focused back on the Spartacus. He was sure he was there, but they never really made him the focal point again of the show. They focused on other characters and made those characters the one you want to see more.
What?
The Baratheon dude. The dude that the fucking one had the long hair, cut his hair, he became the champion eventually. You care more about his storyline. You care more about the dude with the long hair that they made in the prequels that they brought along. You care about those characters more. So they basically they made Spartacus, like you said, the actor was as good. They pushed him backwards a little bit and helped put these other characters up there with him because he couldn't carry it by himself no more because it wasn't the same actor.
But even with Andy Whitfield, it was split between the two actors.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, because in season 1 it focused on Spartacus and Crixus.
No, because Crixus was towards the end of his career. He was towards the end. He was pretty much done.
Yes,
but they went back and told you a story about Crixus. They told you a story about the dude with the long hair. And they went in to tell him more about Crixus and his love interest and all that kind of shit. Even in the final seasons, you don't really care about Spartacus' love interest. Or you don't care about nothing really Spartacus is doing. He's just there. You care about the other characters that are with him as well. He pushes Spartacus back to not be the focal point.
You don't really care about his love interest in the last season because first off, the love interest from the one that he got at the end of season 1 ended up dying at the end of season 3.
But also, Spartacus as himself, the character, is pushed back to make these other characters go forward. They push him back because they're like, hey, it's the same actor. We're going to pull him back a little bit. But my other point, to go what you're saying, based off
he was never pushed back.
The other part I was going to say to that, even if you push the movie back, bro, this movie was built with Ryan Coogler having the thought process that he had Chadwick Boseman to film these movies. You can't just keep on just throwing, you just throw another actor in there. Ryan Coogler made these movies with Chadwick Boseman on board. So you can't keep just saying, you can just push the movie back and got a new actor. That's not look at the director's perspective, but also in saying, hey, I built this character around this man as well. I use this man as well to mold this character into who he is. Because let's be honest, this T'Challa has different forms from different T'Challas in the past of comic books and cartoons. He's different. He has all different kind of personalities. Part of that is the actor who's playing him helping create all that persona that comes out of that character.
My guy, so you don't think any other actor can step
I'm not saying that. Just listen. I'm not saying that the actor can't come in and play the role. What I'm saying is when this film was created, Ryan Coogler was on the thought process that he had Chadwick Boseman as the Black Panther. So that was what he had established. To come in and say, you could just switch it up all of a sudden, put somebody else in there and make the same movie. It's not fair. It's the same thing with Batman. They want to make a Joker. They want to use Joker for the third movie. They said, Heath Ledger's dead. We ain't going to do it because that ain't going to work. We're going a different route.
I'm gonna cut you off there real quick.
Go ahead.
One, Javante, Heath Ledger, at the end of the movie, he was in jail. That's an easy way to write it off.
Okay.
Two, also, the movie's not named Joker. The movie's called Batman or The Dark Knight.
Bro, he's the biggest character in that franchise.
It's about Batman. Let me ask you this. If Christian Bale died right after fucking Dark Knight, you telling me they're going to be like, you know what? All right, let's kill off the character.
I don't know what they would do.
Let's go kill off the character. No, they would recast.
But also, Batman, bro, my thing is...
I'm saying the titular character, they would recast.
We don't know that, bro.
They would have recasted.
You don't know that. You're assuming that.
Robert Downey Jr. died after fucking Iron Man 2.
You know what they would do with the character?
You telling me they killing off the character?
Probably not, but this is also bro. I'm saying, first Black Panther on screen.
Robert Downey Jr. was the first Iron Man on screen.
I mean, Black Panther. For black folks, Black Panther.
That makes it even worse. That makes
you're bringing it. But my point is that we're still on the same topic. I'm trying to get off this. You're bringing the character back in a different way. Sure, it may not be a recast that you want with this T'Challa, but you're getting a recast. You're getting a new T'Challa. So shut the hell up. We're getting a new T'Challa.
No, it's not. I literally explained, bro. It's not the same.
And then you're making this argument. You knew they weren't recasting. So I know how you can always say, "Oh, you know, I don't like how you knew they weren't recasting." We know this for 2 years, and you still said after the trailers, "I'm going to see the movie. Let's see what it does." So I don't want to hear that shit about they should recast it.
But then that's when I got to the movie and then I noticed that this movie is literally trying to exploit Chadwick Boseman.
How? He's brought up in the first scene and that's it. We don't talk about Chadwick Boseman no more in the movie. Sure, the Black Panther is missed, her brother is missed, but they'll never go back and do no damn Chadwick Boseman tribute in the movie at that point. So stop it. Stop.
First off, beginning.
I agree.
Hold on, shut the fuck up. God damn. Beginning moment of silence. End moment of silence. In between, you have them talking consistently. Oh, without the ruler of Wakanda, or my brother's dead, and all that shit. Regardless, and still, you brought a man's real life. Chadwick Boseman kept his personal life a secret. He kept his death up until his death. He kept all that shit a secret. So to see them use that shit as a plot device, it didn't sit well with me.
Okay, all right.
It didn't sit well with me. Seeing that shit.
All right, let's move on to something else.
I shouldn't. The thing is, and thank God I don't have kids right now. But I shouldn't have to bring a kid or bring my kid into a fucking theater to watch Black Panther and see after they know, because kids comprehend. Kids can understand when a character is recast and shit like that, or when an actor dies. Kids comprehend that. Kids are smarter than you think. So if I brought a kid to the theater and have to tell them that, hey, their favorite character dies because the actor who played him died as well. Like, no! That's the whole point of fucking going into a movie is to escape reality. Not to fucking relive it. Shit, there are moments, and I understand you wanna put grief as a plot element and shit. There's moments to do that. Characters die. We understand that. There's characters that die in the MCU. You can establish emotion and bring emotion out of characters' death. Iron Man. I was crying, emotional, because you built up that character within that universe, and then he met his end within that universe. Shit, you want to talk about sickness, or you want to talk about cancer and shit like that. I was sad at Peter Quill's mom's death at Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, I felt that. I was like, oh shit, like that's a hard scene to watch.
All right, bro, let's move on. We ain't getting nowhere. Let's just move on to the next topic, bro.
Nah, it's just bullshit, but M'Baku, they sidelined him for most of the movie. When Shuri became the Black Panther, I called it. I questioned that just because I thought the right to Black Panther was supposed to be won through combat, not who can develop the herb and use it. Like, that's the tradition, right?
Bro, there's nobody to challenge her for the fucking thing. She's on nobody. There was no herb left. Of course, she's gonna be There's no herb left.
But still, the right to be Black Panther is still.
I don't have the right to be Black Panther. The right to be king maybe is established through the combat.
No, it's right to Black Panther.
No, it doesn't. No, I think the right to be king goes through combat. The right to be Black Panther is through it's through the family. It's been passed down. Mm-hmm. It's been passed down. So she's the rightful next one to be Black. The only reason Killmonger was able to challenge because he's family. He's bloodline. So the Black Panther mantle seems like it's bloodline related. The right to be king is a challenge. Otherwise, M'Baku's gonna be the new king of Wakanda because he's the one asking for the challenge because she doesn't want to be the queen of Wakanda. As far as her heart-shaped herb, I liked how they did that. I thought it was cool. It went back to the first movie, how he destroyed it all. Her suit looked cool. Shuri was dope. Shuri did a great job. The actress did an amazing job. It was fun. M'Baku I wish I saw a little more M'Baku, but I did enjoy the development of that character as far as how he is now compared to when we first see him. Even his way of how he talks to Shuri and he's able to be there for her when her mom dies and stuff like that. I love all that. Also, I thought Riri was cool. I liked Riri on screen. Wish we had a little less of Riri and more M'Baku, but I enjoyed seeing her on screen. I thought that was very cool. I thought her cost the final her first costume reminded me so much of Tony Stark's first or his first one, but her second final design that's made, I thought it was different than Tony Stark's. It gave me a different feel. I did not think it was like, oh, it's Iron Man. Kind of relevant to the comic, how it looks in the comic, but I thought it was cool overall how it looked. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Continue.
Them killing the queen, I thought it was kind of surprising, but I was excited they did it because I thought it was cool because it brought stakes, which everybody thought they want stakes in movies. It gave you stakes, but also it gave you this. It made you feel like, because Black Panther's a character that's very much built on politics and war, so it made you really feel like, damn, like this shit ain't no joke. This shit's real. Like they're really in war, and I love that. I love that. I think this is why this movie gets so much praise because it takes you back to kind of what because we had She-Hulk and a bunch of these other shows that haven't really been very dark or pushed. We haven't had this in Spider-Man. I feel when we lost his Aunt May, so I feel like this kind of gave us like the dark. Like, oh damn, like shit got real. You know what I mean? Like Namor ain't no joke. And I enjoyed that. Like I know we talked about Thor and how God the Godbush didn't kill nobody on screen, but Namor killed her mom, drowned her. So that was cool to see. I thought that was a dope, unique thing. No, I hated it, but I enjoyed that. I also think it gives Shuri a new, just like, she's lost everything. I think it kind of makes her grow faster. Like when I look at Peter Parker as well, same thing with him, how he had to grow. Because if you look at Shuri from the first movie, she's all childish, very kiddish, playish, you know, smart, but like very playish, stuff like that. And now you see in this movie, she's very broken, having to grow up faster than what you would think. And I love the dialogue between her and her mom as well. But when she loses her mom, it gets her even in a darker place. It kind of makes her have to realize, like, I don't want to be what my cousin is. And I like that.
Okay, touch up on everything he just did. Riri, she was okay. You know, she didn't, like, get me excited for Ironheart. I'm curious about Ironheart moving forward. You know, I'm not too excited about it based on this film. As far as the Queen's death, pissed me off. I didn't really like it. It's one thing you already bring in the death of T'Challa, and I just didn't like them killing off Queen Ramonda, and even Angela Bassett was against it. She didn't like it. She objected Ryan Coogler. She was objective towards Ryan Coogler for that. So I didn't appreciate that. I don't know why we have to make death, especially for black people, a motivation.
Bro, it's not about
like as a tool for motivation.
Why are you putting that shit out there, bro? It's not even like that. Like you're making some shit that ain't even like that. Like Peter Parker, the same thing. Death was what motivated him. Like don't make like Thor. Death motivated him. Don't give me that damn death black thing, bro. Don't be doing that shit. No, because you're trying to do some shit that's not even out there like that. You was doing some shit you probably heard of some shit. Mm-mm. But my point is this: in politics and war, people die, bro. That's part of what makes war and makes war sad. Innocents die in war.
So you're telling me within two movies we managed to kill off 3/4 of the whole entire royal family?
Bro, people die bro, there's war.
But my thing is, buddy, is that look, we finally have a pedestal. We finally put black people on a pedestal. And we choose to kill off these characters
because DeAndre, they deal in these characters. Wakanda's about politics, bro. You saw the beginning movie. It's about people wanting vibranium. It's politics and war, bro. That's part of what comes with war. I know it's sad to see, but it's part of what comes with war. It's death. Innocents die every day because of wars over minerals and stuff like that. It's part of what makes the character who it is. You read the comics. He's a political character. This is a political storyline. Black has always been about politics and the minerals and vibranium and war and stuff like that. That's what it's always been about, bro. So you get mad about them killing off the royal family. That's part of what war is, my guy. That's part of why war sucks. You hate to see war. Selfishness, greed. Either I'm right or you're right. There's no in-between middle ground. And I like that scene also because it helps make Riri understand, damn, she really took her life. She really put her life out there for me. It's going to help Riri develop into her superhero. So my point is, bro, it's part of what goes with the storyline. You can't give me this black trauma shit. Wakanda vibrated. The Black Panther storyline is political, bro. It's always been. The first movie was very political. So don't give me that shit like, oh, it's just black trauma. We've seen other characters lose family. Thor lost all his family.
Jesus Christ, my God.
What do you mean? Bro, does innocent people not die in war? Do innocent people not die in war?
Oh my god.
Do innocents not die in war?
Yes, Javante, they do.
Okay then. So you're getting mad because she died in war, in combat. They attacked the city. She died in combat, bro. You tried she was out there and she got killed for some random just happened. It was combat. His father died political reasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All their deaths are from politics.
Yep. Okay. I mean, honestly, y'all know Javante on this damn channel.
It's not about... Bro, this has nothing to do with being no Marvel...
He's a big...
Nigga, I'll take this fucking hoodie up. This has nothing to do with fucking being no Marvel fanboy, bro. This is real talk. And there's politics, bro. What the fuck do you understand about politics? His father died. How did his father die?
My thing is...
His father died why?
My thing is, why are we putting this shit in the same... Why, you already agreed? Like, my thing is...
Motherfuckers talk about steaks all the fucking time they want steaks. This gave you fucking steaks. Jeez. You niggas don't know what you want. You want steaks or you want no steaks. You be mad. Oh, they didn't do enough killing this movie. Oh man, another character's
gonna die. What the fuck do I ever say that?
Gore the God Butcher. You already said, and he didn't kill enough gods, bro.
Because his name is Gore the fucking God Butcher.
And Namor was trying to make a point. Either you with us or you against us. How do I get my point across? By fucking up the city and killing your loved ones. It helps push the story forward. It makes the character more badass. What the hell are you talking about, my guy? It's what the hell are you talking about? It also doesn't take... It takes you by surprise. Because like, oh shit, they actually killed off the queen? What?
Oh my god, man. This shit here.
His father died. Politics. Mother died. Politics. There's political issues. Mm-hmm. That's part of war.
Yep.
But next point.
My thing is, my guy, is that we go into these comic book films. These are comic book films, first off. So I just don't like the message of fucking just death just thrown across, where especially the loss of fucking family member, and especially in one fucking movie.
Bro,
it's
what the fuck are you talking about, my nigga?
Man.
What the fuck what the fuck are we talking about right now, bro? What the fuck? You watch Infinity War and said enough people didn't die. You watched Endgame and said not enough people died. What the fuck are you talking about?
What?
We watched those movies in game and said, "Hey, bro, I wish we saw you." You said, "I wish we saw Captain America body being thrown out by Thanos, some shit like that, seeing his head cut off by Thanos." You want to see the dark shit, bro?
Yes, that was from an because they said the plan was an alternate universe,
bro. But still, the character dies, my guy. It's still depressing seeing a motherfucker the Captain America head cut off. That shit ain't depressing to people.
Oh,
my point is, bro, this character it works for because it's political, DeAndre. Sure, you wouldn't do this with fucking She-Hulk, but Black Panther's a political character. It's political storylines. It makes sense to kill off characters. Motherfuckers die in war. There's literally war. The United States want the fucking minerals. The fucking Europeans want the minerals. Everybody wants the fucking minerals. And Namor saying, hey, fuck it. They're at war with everybody. It's literally Wakanda versus everybody else. That's why it's Wakanda on their own, bro. And the fucking war is coming to them. How else do you show off?
Let me address this in the movie. They made Wakanda weak as fuck. Wakanda was weak. They made them weak as fuck in this movie. They also, because I remember the plans for Wakanda Forever. Oh, I thought it was going to be a touching up and expanding upon Wakanda.
They did.
No, they didn't.
They didn't show more Wakanda what's going on.
They didn't expand on Wakanda.
But bro, also they lost the king. People are mourning from losing the king, bro. You ever heard that saying? You want to kill the fucking you kill a leader first. You kill the leader. The fucking everybody else goes and scrambles. You ever seen the fucking old school movie where they kill the fucking king and all of a sudden everybody's like, either you kneel or you die. You serve us, and they kneel and serve them. That's part of it. When you lose the king, bro, you lose the fucking the thing that makes you like push you to go forward. You automatically go into depressed state where you're like, hey, bro, we don't want to do shit anymore. That's part of what they were trying to show you. Like, hey. People are not... Look, Shuri was staying in the lab all the time. Nobody wanted to do anything. The vibrance that was in the first movie wasn't there because the king is dead. There's no protector. There's no king. That's part of what they're trying to push in the storyline.
Which they didn't have to do.
What you mean they have to do? Bro, that's part of the story, bro.
They didn't have to kill them off.
Stop saying... Bro, we're done with that shit. I'm tired of having that damn... Talking about that shit. We knew that 2 years ago they were not recasting, bro. Stop bringing that shit up now. Let's talk about the fucking film that actually came out. God damn, bro. You talking about fucking you sad, you mad at you depressed they kill off characters. It's war. Mm-hmm. What the fuck you want to watch?
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, well, one, we kill off the fucking main character due to an unknown illness, which we relate to the actor. And then also, I mean, but the thing is, y'all don't separate, y'all don't think about this shit, is that if there was a Wakanda in real life, They probably could have healed fucking Chadwick.
They just said, did you not hear what she said? They had no fucking herb. The herb is what healed. People died with
hold the fuck up. Let me just say, for fictional, it's fictional. This shit is fictional. It's fantasy. So, there's niggas like Doctor Strange. There's a Sorcerer Supreme out there. He couldn't
change his fucking face.
Hold on. God damn, shut the fuck up.
Because you're making up shit off the top of your head.
Shut up.
Go.
Shut the fuck up.
Go.
Just let me talk. God damn.
Go.
I'm just naming a shit. But I'm just saying all the shit you got out there. You got all these mystical elements. One, also, because I watched Civil War the other day. At the very end of Civil War, they froze Bucky, right? Why couldn't you just freeze T'Challa until you had a cure for him?
Bro, that ain't how that... Oh my goodness.
Why couldn't you do that?
Bro.
Why couldn't you do that?
Bro.
Why
First off, bro, you treat like nobody dies when bro, you had Natalie Portman's character died of cancer, bro. Thor could have went to Doctor Strange and said, hey, Doctor Strange, I need some fucking help. Doctor Strange in What If tried to change his own girl's fate. He tried to change his fucking lover, did he not? He said, I can redo this now. It did not happen. If T'Challa was meant to die, he's gonna die regardless, my God, no matter what the fuck you do. So my point is that bullshit, I don't have an excuse.
Jane Foster, her character had cancer and died in the comics, so yes.
But no, just go back to the point we're talking about. T'Challa's a regular person without the fucking without the herb, is he not?
But he's a human. But he has the herb.
No, he doesn't. They said he don't have the herb, my guy.
He does have the herb.
Bro, she was trying to make it for him. She didn't have the fucking herb.
But I'm saying, why wouldn't he have the herb? He didn't even have the herb in the last movie.
How do you know they didn't have to challenge him for the herb? He took the herb out. I don't know that shit worked. The herb might dissolve. They plan a lot of it. Maybe it goes away eventually. You have to retake it again.
Really?
I don't fucking know.
Really?
Bro, we don't know. We gotta wait till Ryan Coogler drops the version when he talks over the fucking movie and we'll understand. But my point is, you don't have the herb, which makes T'Challa a regular person. He's still a skilled fighter, but he doesn't have super abilities. So it makes sense that he could die from fucking illness, bro. What are you talking about? And we're back on this shit again, bro. I don't want to talk about the shit no more, bro. Bro, the same shit again. That's what I'm saying?
Go ahead and fucking talk, nigga.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and fucking talk.
Go ahead.
No, go aid and fucking talk.
Another note, Telecom was dope. Thought they did a great job showing it. I remember when Aquaman came out, they tried to show the city. I thought how they showed Telecom was a lot better than me. They show way more people just doing things. Like they show like the culture. Even playing that one game with the ball, it goes to the little hole thing. I love seeing all that. Like it showed the culture of the Mayans and also seeing like the people and how they just go through their daily lives. Like I thought that was cool. So I enjoy seeing Telecom a lot. I thought they did a great job expanding that universe and showing off the city of Telecom. And explaining how they turn blue and all that kind of. I thought they did a great job with all that. And even him saying the mutant thing was cool, but also seeing him just in action with the wings and stuff like that was dope. His costume looked cool. I thought overall was dope. Go ahead.
Go ahead and keep going.
I'm done. I got nothing to say. I thought M'Baku being king, interesting take, is what it is. Yeah, guys.
All I'm gonna say is he's gonna go with whatever the fuck.
It has nothing to do with Marvel.
Look, all I'm saying, M'Baku being king, dumb as fuck. Again, all this shit is just, it's stupid, bro. Like, personally, and even Winston Duke said back, a year ago, that he wanted M'Baku to be a villain. He wanted M'Baku to be a villain in this movie. My thing is, I just haven't seen them really respect the source material like they should have. I haven't seen it. And M'Baku being king just doesn't sit right with me. That's he's never done that. I've only think there's once, and maybe that was like an Avengers TV show, and that's when he took over with Claw to overthrow Wakanda. Personally, I would have preferred if M'Baku, I don't know, maybe fucking he was mad at T'Challa for putting the world out there and putting Wakanda out there out of fear of like, hey, like, I don't want people to come to Wakanda, like you put Wakanda in danger by exposing us and all this shit. Like, he didn't agree with that. I would have preferred something along those lines, and Namor, being that he doesn't want the Talokan exposed as well and doesn't want people to come in like invading them. I would have preferred if M'Baku would have like secretly helped Namor to sneak into Wakanda. That would make more sense because one, it also makes it because the fact that Namor was able to easily just sneak into Wakanda, again, it just minimalizes Wakanda. It doesn't make them like this high, superpowered nation that we see them as. I would prefer something like that because one, it made sense considering that M'Baku, he could gain something out of Namor fucking flooding Wakanda, considering that the Jabari tribe lives high in the mountains. Like, they could benefit off that. So, I just would have preferred something along those lines than what they've been doing with M'Baku and having him as this hero and this ally in these past couple films. What?
Disagree to disagree.
I mean, the Ross Valentine thing, that was more to set up Thunderbolts, obviously.
Music was good. Like, enjoyed the music, the scores, all that. I thought that was dope too.
Yeah, music was good. Music was Ludwig Göransson composed it, so great job by him.
I also just say, guys, go see the movie yourselves. If you haven't seen it yet, get your own opinion. You really disagree with us, you might have a different opinion. That's fine. Everybody's entitled to how they feel. Both just passionate, so we got different opinions, and we don't argue about it. But it's all good. I respect his opinion. He respects mine. And I think anybody who's going to see this film should just go in with open mind. Go support it. Go see it. If you enjoy it, cool. If you don't, then it is what it is. So I mean, everyone's entitled to like what they like and don't like what they like. I've had friends that said they enjoyed it because they thought it was just a Chadwick Boseman funeral the whole time, which I disagree with. But it's gonna be different for everybody. Everybody has different approaches. Everybody had different things coming into this film. For me, I kind of had an idea what we were gonna get. I enjoyed the film. I thought the acting was amazing. I think everyone showed up. I like how they ended it with the post-credit scene. There's only one post-credit scene, by the way, but I like how they ended with the post-credit scene. I thought, to me, that was a symbolization you'll get T'Challa back in the future. But as far as y'all, go enjoy it, go see it, have fun with it. Let me know if y'all, or let us know if you like it or not. If you don't, then come back, tell us what you think, and that's what I'm just saying, man. We got just different opinions, guys. I kind of do this beforehand. We're gonna go into we just had different. Even last time we didn't talk about too much last night, but we got different viewpoints. So to each his own.
Yep. Be sure to stick around because I'm probably gonna make a follow-up video by myself, to hashing out my viewpoints. Because obviously I can't get shit across, right now. So I'm gonna list out all my viewpoints on the recast of T'Challa and shit like that. So if you guys want to tune into that, y'all can. But yeah, again, hope you guys enjoyed this little review of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you let us know if you saw the movie and what your thoughts are on the film down below in the comment section. And if you want to see more, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. But yeah, I'm DeAndre.
Have a safe holiday, everybody. Be safe out there. I don't know if you'll celebrate Thanksgiving, but have fun. Be safe. I'm Javante.
And this is Dre and Jay.
Take care, guys.
Deuces.